We are making a solar generator here, portable. As you can see, I got the battery and I got the charge controller here hooked up, and I'm going to explain all that. Just going to show you real quick. Solar panel, inverter. So yeah, let's go over real quick what you're going to need. You're definitely going to need a solar panel. You're going to need an inverter, and it's all DC. You're going to need a case of some kind, a battery, and a charge controller. So first, the charge controller. All these components, battery, inverter, solar panel, they all have to be either 12 volt, 24 volt, or 48 volt. Now when you notice, when you look at these online, everything's going to be labeled either 12, 24, or 48, like so. All your components have to match, from the solar panel, inverter, charge controller, to the battery. So you have to decide whether you want a 12 volt system, 24 volt system, or a 48 volt system. The higher the volts, the more power. So this is a 12 volt system. 12 volt panel, 12 volt charge controller. Of course, the battery is 12 volts. And this charge controller is actually a special charge controller. It's a step down charge controller. Or step up. It'll work either on 12 or 24 volts, which is pretty nice. Most of them, like I said, they either fall in line with the system. So if I want to use like a 12 volt panel, or I'm sorry, a 24 volt panel, either or, it'll work. It'll bump it down. I'll make the adjustments so I don't overcharge my battery. And the battery here is a 12 volt deep cycle sealed absorbent glass mat battery. And yes, you could definitely bump it up to a lithium, but I haven't found a good lithium battery for the price that's gonna, it's got the good reviews, it's gonna last. It's, you know, everybody say they got the life, but I haven't seen one yet that can prove it. So let's get started here. So the panels are hooked up here, MC4 connections. You can buy your own MC4 connections and make them. I do. It's a lot cheaper. This is, I believe, 12 gauge wire. And I got a lot of extension of it here. So what we did, let me show you guys here, is I got it fed into the box. Comes out here and straight into your charge controller. Positive and negative. PV positive, PV negative. Photovoltaic, your solar panels. That's what these are. That's where they come from, where I just showed you. So your solar panel goes straight in. Positive and negative. That's it. Then comes out to your battery. Positive and negative. See right here? And back there. Plugs right in. And up front here are the terminals. It's a Phillips screwdriver. You just tighten them. Feed your cord in. And these are, again, are, I believe, 10 gauge cable. And then that's it. That's pretty much how you hook up a charge controller to your battery with your solar panels. It's very simple, folks. It's not rocket science. Next is the inverter. Now the inverters, I got a very high-end inverter here, Ames. They've been around for a long time. Now when you get online, you're going to see something like this, most likely, a no name, something from China. It worked very shortly, burn out very easily. So, yeah, when you buy stuff like this, that's cheap and expensive, no name, Harbor Freight kind of stuff, it doesn't last very long. So I went ahead and invested. This was probably like $180. This one right here was about $500. And yes, this is a 2000 watt. This is a 1500 watt. So what we do for this is we're going to connect our battery cables. Let's see here. Your negative. I'm using 2 battery cables because these are rather small gauge. You want to use like a 0 gauge. The thickest. The thickest the better. So I'm going to use 2. Negative on this side. And then I'll hook up to my negative on my inverter. Positive on the positive side hooks up to the positive side of the inverter. So again, I'm doing this one-handed, so let me go ahead and pause it and get it hooked up and I'll show you. Alright, so as you can see, got the battery cables hooked up now to the battery, positive and negative. Come out front here, and they just hook up to your inverter, positive and negative. And now we should have power, so let's fire it up and see what we got. Green light, that's good. You got a green light and a red light for protection. Green light's good. Let's test it out. Got power, folks. Lights. It's working. So, very simple. It's not hard. It's not difficult. All you gotta do is make the decision on whether you're gonna have a 12-volt system, 24-volt system, or a 48-volt system. Like I said, this is a 12-volt system, single battery. I couldn't make it into a 24 or 48. I'd have to have more batteries to build a battery bank. I'd have to put them all in parallel in series. But this is very portable. So what I'm going to do is eventually hook this up, mount it on here, and it is good to go. We got wheels. I can lift it up, close it up. Like so, and we are good to go. We're portable. So folks, as you can see, not very difficult at all. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. Got your 6. Southwest Prepper. Over and out.